you're here early. I just ordered. The food should be out in a second. Sit down, sit down.
Let's all take a seat.
Here, hand me your cups.
Oh, thank you.
Wait, you weren't supposed to drink that, Paimon. That was for you to rinse your utensils.
That's a thing? Wow, so much delicious food. Do you really eat all this just for breakfast?
That's just how we do it. Most of the time, though, I don't eat lunch after dim sum.
Oh, that's good to hear. Paimon doesn't need to worry about
Eat! If it's not enough, we can always order more. Oh, and there's tong soy coming. What about you, traveler? Is the food to your like?
Paimon's gonna take you up on that. Fill it up nice and... So full. Oh, listen. Paimon's figured it out. Let's think about this for a second, Gaming. You invited us to this awesome restaurant and ordered a whole table full of expensive dim sum just for the three of us. Well, you must be hiding the fact that would explain why you try to keep your friends and family away from each other.
Are you confusing me with Xing?
Huh? You know Xingqiu? You sure?
Well, when you're on the road as much as I am, you hear all sorts of... More often than not, that means knocking on some doors to find out...
Oh, you truly are a man of many...
Okay, enough with the teasing. Sorry to burst your bubble, Paimon, but...
What? Oh, Paimon thought she was onto something there.
My dad is just an ordinary tea merchant. Small-scale stuff. My dad... He always wanted me to... But that's just not who I am. It's not who I ever...
Have you ever talked to him about it? You know, about your interests and aspirations and stuff.
Of course I have. I told him I wanted to be a wushu dancer. That I wanted all of Teyvat to see what I could do. According to my dad, though, that wasn't a real job.
Oh, that's terrible.
I'm sure he thought I would come around eventually, but one day, he tried to get me to visit some other tea merchants to start building the right relationships, but I refused to go. In the end, I was so angry that I ran away from home. Don't get on my case just yet, okay? It's not like I think I'm No. I know that it wasn't the right way to go about things. But my dad's stubborn. No matter how hard I tried to convince him, it just went in one ear and out the other. There was no changing his mind. I knew talking would only get me so far, but if I made it big in Liyue Harbor...
Gaming.
But I'm sure you both already know how that's going. In the past, I would go door to door from store to store, asking if they would be interested in hiring a performer. Most times, I wound up eating nothing but humble pie. And you can't just rely on dreams to put food on the table, right? So, I found a job as a guard to make some money. And now I have enough to get by and then some. Still, change takes time. Gotta take it slow, you know?
Paimon understands.
Okay, enough of all that serious talk. Our tea's getting cold. Ooh, let's do something fun this afternoon. What do you say, huh? I'll organize.
Actually, we kinda already have plans this afternoon. We told Xianyun that we would go to her kite-making workshop.
Oh?
Are you interested in kite-making, Gaming?
Oh, no. It's just that I happen to know Auntie Xianyun.
That title certainly humanizes her a bit.
Oh, I know that she's an Adeptus. I met her during a delivery once. But hasn't she been in the city lately? She's even tried, with some limited success, to change her terms of self-address or something like that. She came to see me a few days ago to ask about luminescent dyes. Oh, wait a second. She doesn't plan on putting those on a kite, does she?
Is that not something you can do?
It's one thing to use it on cloth, but applying it to paper is another matter entirely. Why couldn't she tell me what she wanted them for?
Yeah, she does seem to have trouble with that sometimes.
It would be such a shame if everyone worked so hard on their kites only for them to get ruined in the end. Okay, I'll go with you. If Auntie Xianyun wants to use those dyes on a kite, the formula will need to be changed.
Great! The more the merrier! Ganyu! Ganyu! Come on, wake up! Some friends have arrived!
Hello, friends.
Ganyu!
Oh, I have some mint oil. Perhaps we should try that. A guest at Wanmin restaurant recommended it to me. I've tried it. Its stimulative effects are much stronger than what can be achieved from chewing on mint leaves alone. Apologies in advance.
Wait! Shenhe? Not there!
See? It worked.
Are you okay, Ganyu?
I'm fine. I just feel...
Huh. Was it that effective?
Chilly, huh? Master always said, Paimon doesn't...
I feel it. Was I asleep? Must have been around the time I...
Did you not sleep last night? That does seem to happen to you often. Perhaps you should come work at Wanmin restaurant with me.
I could never. I'm sorry. I seem to have missed your name. You are...
Me? My name is Gaming.
Gaming. The name sounds familiar. I believe people tell me you're an extremely enthusiastic worker, and you are very
Well...
My name is Ganyu. This is...
It's an honor to find... Oh! You must be here for Auntie Xianyun's kite-making workshop, right?
Yes. I have neither made nor flown a kite before. As long as Master is willing to teach, I am willing to learn.
Me too! I want to participate in the kite flying competition with my best friend! Plus, it's more meaningful if you make the kite yourself, right? Your best friend didn't come with you? Well, Chi-Chi's been super busy helping Dr. Baizhu lately. I'll meet up with her later and give her a huge surprise! Oh, I also brought bandages and ointment with me today. It's easy to cut yourself when working with bamboo, so I thought I should come prepared.
Wow, you're really thoughtful.
As for myself, I'm afraid I lack some of my companion's enthusiasm. I was originally planning to buy a ready-made kite and just enjoy the festive city atmosphere with everyone. But Cloud Retainer is always going out of her way to look after her juniors, wanting us to have the best there is. It was so thoughtful of my motivation for being here.
Well, we're all here.
Who is it that speaks of once?
Oh, come on! You clearly heard Paimon! Master stopped to buy grilled tigerfish to share with everyone. Oh, Paimon, sorry, Miss Illuminated Bird! Paimon always knew you were we're the smartest, coolest, and prettiest adept at... So delicious. Paimon's life is complete.
It appears that we've ended up with quite a few participants indeed. The materials are over here. The regular dyes and luminescent ones have been clearly marked. Use them as you see fit. As for how to make the kite, one assumes you all made sure to listen to the instructions one provided while we were eating. Yes? Are there any questions?
Paimon may have focused a little too hard on the eating and less on the listening. Paimon knew she could count on you, Traveler.
One will wait under this tree and avail oneself of the cool air while one digests. Do not hesitate to seek one's company if you have any trouble, question.
We're not in any hurry to get started. Why don't we go see what the other...
Hey, Gaming! Want to team up?
Huh? I have to participate? I thought I'd be done for the...
You're that unenthused by kite making, huh?
No, it's not that. It would take too long to explain. What do you think, Shuyu? Is there a particular...
I want a swan!
That might be a little...
True, but I still want... Shenhe, it would be great if you could refrain from putting things on my horns from now on. They're really quite sensitive.
I see. My apologies. I shall remember that in the future.
Thank you. No harm done.
Good. Could I touch them just once more, though? No oil or anything this time. I've just always wondered what...
Huh? Please, I told you. Just call me Ganyu. Well, all right. Just be gentle.
Firm to the touch, with no discernible temperature. Still, Ganyu appears to be shaking like a cat whose whiskers have just been touched. I should stop. I see. Then I'll apply the oil to your forehead next time.
Oh, no need. I'll just refrain from taking afternoon naps outdoors. Anyway, we should perhaps we should just choose the most traditional style.
Okay.
Well, they seem to be getting along swimmingly. Auntie Cloud Retainer, look! Am I doing it right?
Very good. Your frame is nice and sturdy. This design, is it a fit?
Yep.
One is looking forward to seeing your fit.
What color are you going to make it, Yao Yao? I haven't decided yet.
If you are asking for one's own opinion, one would advise choosing gold. When giving a gift, the key consideration is the recipient's feelings, is it not?
Oh, hey, I never told you the kite was for Chi-Chi. How did you know?
With age comes wisdom, child. One simply has a...
Oh, cool. Thanks, Auntie Cloud Retainer. I'm gonna start painting it gold right now.
Good. One will watch. You two seem strangely unoccupied. One was under the impression that...
We actually haven't started yet, but we're going to start, right now. We should get started on our kite now. Let's go. First, we have to decide on the shape. Hey, what are you laughing at? Oh, that's if nothing else, a Paimon maybe we're not exercising. Now we just have to attach the string, right?
All right, gather around, everyone.
Oh, Xinyun's calling us!
Let one take a look.
Wow! Gone. Yep. If the tail wasn't split in two, like, if you look closely, there are a few...
I did the painting. I stared at the paper for or should I say that I'm too familiar with her crane form? Even when she stands before us in human form, all I can see is blue and white.
Oh. Well, now that you mention it, Paimon can see...
Exactly.
No way. You can paint with your eyes closed?
You are most filial, Shenhe. One is flattered by the likeness.
The Swanee that Gaming and Shuyu made looks very majestic. I'm sure it'll look even more impressive as it soars through the sky.
The eyes and ears glow in the dark, so you're sure to see it at night. Your golden finch is cute. It's often...
What about your kite, traveler?
Ta-da! Here it is!
It's self-important.
It makes her look like she's already won the competition. Well, that's gonna happen one way or another.
Is that the Jade Chamber?
Oh? Who dares attempt such a flagrant display of impropriety? Oh, and to do so by making use of this crude piece of mortal machinery. One simply must know who it is that possesses such impertinence. Continue attaching the strings, everyone. One will be but a moment.
Cloud Retainer! Traveler, Paimon, could I trouble you to go after Cloud Retainer?
Master's going to be okay, right?
I'm more worried about the person who released the kite.
There's wind up ahead! Looks like we can glide over!
This Fontanian device of mechanical motion...
Now is hardly an opportune time for your musings. Someone among us was not sufficiently attentive, and now the kite has vanished.
Calm yourself. Do you have any recollection of its last location?
One believes it drifted in the direction of Mount Outsong. Perhaps it is mere happenstance, but one feels a certain sense of...
Your concern is misplaced. Cloud Retainer is either in the city looking after her disciples, or secluded in her... On the subject of said kite, however, one simply must remark on the genius of its windless lift tech...
Still thy tongue. If Cloud Retainer were to hear you profess such a thing, we can both say farewell.
One presumes that this kite belongs to you.
Huh?
Regard the situation with which we are now...
One's fault. One seems to recall that releasing the kite was no solitary... Say something, Mountain Shaper. Sure.
Further explanation shall only fan the flames of her wrath.
We can hardly avoid her forever. That may suffice during Lantern Rite.
Hello?
Go retrieve the kite.
Absolutely not. You retrieve it.
That is not our kite.
Oh, so an adeptus such as oneself is mistaken that...
Ah, you're an Adeptus? Please forgive us for I truly possess no inkling of who could have released a kite into your esteemed domain. Pray.
Verily, verily, we were but delighting in the surrounding scenery. This locale is home to such exquisite... mint! Well, and if that's all, then
We finally caught up. You sure do fly fast in your illuminated bird form, Shinyan. Mooncarver? Mountain Sheeper? What are you doing?
You!
Okay, now Paimon's getting weird.
It is of no consequence. Long has one seen through their disguises.
Then you are not...
How could one feel anger at the sight of two old friends enjoying themselves? One is also well aware of how...
we were simply consumed by a fit of festive spirit. Seldom do we get the opportunity to partake in the... However, we are far from being as adept as you in matters that require a deftness of hand.
Your prowess in mechanics is unparalleled, Cloud Retainer.
One has guests to attend to. Traveler, Paimon, do try to keep up.
We're leaving already?
They're back.
After you left, Yao Yao and Shu Yu tired themselves out playing. Gaming offered to escort them home.
Before he left, he said something that...
Oh? What did he say?
He said, a kite is always tied down no matter how far it flies or how high it soars. Its tether prevents it from ever truly flying free. He looked quite dejected as he said this.
Now that you mention it, Gaming did seem to have a rather strange attitude towards Kite.
A reflection of himself. If I were a kite, I would cherish that tether as a symbol of kinship.
Shenhe?
It may be an exceedingly slim and distant connection. If Gaming truly sees a kite as a reflection of him...
Well, people often have different points of view depending on their mindset and experiences, right? It's actually quite normal.
Just like some people can eat spicy...
Exactly. That's why
Tolerance and understanding.
We were just chatting.
One was merely... Night fast approaches. If you...
Oh, it's been so long since I've...
Worry not. One has prepared a variety of meat and vegetable dishes. Shenhe, Ganyu, come with me.
Whoa, what's with all the secrecy? You're not trying to play favorites, are you? If you're ready to serve the food, we can help too.
the wind brushing against my legs. This is a bit embarrassing. Is the headpiece secure? I should have asked Cloud Retainer to check before I stepped outside.
How do we look?
Huh? She asked them just like that?
You look pretty too, Ganyu! Oh,
Given that one employed the services of the best What colors have you been partial to lately, Shenhe and Ganyu?
Lately? Why is Cloud
I like black.
One is gratified to see one's disciple has inherited one's own
The color black doesn't get dirt.
and you got
I favor blue.
and the material is sufficiently
Yes, very. I simply cannot thank you enough, Cloud Retainer, for this gift. And the kite, too.
Thank you, Master.
One is content as long as you are pleased with the gift. One hopes these garments will see much use.
seems like your supreme cuisine machine is just getting better and better! This golden crab's particularly good. It's a good thing Gaming isn't here, or Paimon would have to duel him for the food. You know, with chops.
He traveled all this way on account of the kite-making workshop, and he spent the whole afternoon looking after Shuyu. Oh well, one will just have to extend one's thanks in person.
It's rare for someone to make such a good impression on you, Cloud Retainer.
One has high standards. He appears to be a young man of much merit.
It appears that he wishes to break free.
Kite string? Huh, what strange metaphors you speak in, Shenhe.
Where do we even begin?
One has only heard that the two are not on good terms.
He ran away from home and hasn't been back since.
Oh?
Ran away, you say? Huh. What?
Oh, okay.
What?
This shall not do. Lantern Rite fast approaches. We must make him. As one was contacting various tailors around Liyue, he possessed a singular talent for clothing design. He had an exquisite eye, not just for fabric select. At a gathering of Adepti, Bonanis once complained in secret to some of the. However, when one asked Menogius' opinion, he remarked that the train of the skirt would serve to enhance her adepto and later. One means to say that Lantern Rite should be a day of reunion. It is a time to address problems before they turn. Fate is fickle. The cruel reality of this world is that suffering and
That's nice and all.
Do you have any ideas, Cloud Retainer?
Perhaps Adeptal Arts could be of use.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Combining our efforts is a fine idea. Aha! How about this? Does that make sense to everyone?
Yep. Oh, Paimon really hopes.
One's designs never fit. Now then,